But
why is it hard dating nowadays?
Are you married?
It's only hard dating nowadays if you're clapped and ugly and you have nothing to prove and you have nothing to give. For me, dating is easy.
what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to my channel with your host, Ramblings of a Sea. Today, we're joined by Jas Billan, a man whose journey from Punjab to the limelight of social media is nothing short of remarkable. Jas, known for his sharp wit, relatable humor, and the ability to stir thought-provoking conversations, has carved a niche that resonates with millions. Starting with hilarious gym skits to candid street interviews that are a light-hearted yet meaningful insight into modern society. Oh, and we find out what actually happened regarding this viral clip. So yeah, thank you for joining us today.
That's a pleasure. Do you know about the TikTok influencer part there, bro?
Well,
we can
I
go
wanted to say like TikTok superstar, innit? But I didn't want to go like Bollywood angle.
We'll go with pending YouTuber.
Pending YouTuber, fair.
That's the best one to go for.
Fair. I reckon most people are probably going to know you from like those clips that they've seen on Instagram and stuff, right? And we will get into that because I want to ask about what happened with some of them, especially like that guy who was starting on you, because I think that is just the funniest.
I think
I got to admit, that's the funniest clip I've ever seen, man. As in, he's just so ready. We'll get into it.
Ready for the wrong reason.
Yeah. I want to go though, like right to the beginning and kind of start off with getting to know a little bit more about yourself.
I came here from Punjab in 1988, back in the day, so I'm just technically a British, Valethi as you call it, innit?
Yeah.
Just grew up around like kind of English people, not really didn't have many upbringing around me at the time.
Okay.
So kind of been in an environment where I've not really got upbringing until I went to, let's say, like, you know, had a few at primary school, more in secondary school and so forth.
So you were born in Punjab?
Yeah.
And how long did you live there for then?
Bro, a couple of years, bro.
Oh, okay. So you were a baby when you
That's obsolete, bro. That's obsolete,
fair.
So technically I'm just a Valethi, innit?
Yeah.
And I never really had like a Punjabi kind of upbringing in terms of the community. Had it in the house. Spoke Punjabi fluently, went Punjabi school, that kind of stuff. Got to like secondary school, more up in there and stuff, and then obviously used to work in my father's taxi office as well. That's probably where I learnt the most Punjabi, the most slang Punjabi, the most desi Punjabi and stuff, because I was around up in it all the time then. My Punjabi kind of like excelled massively. I guess my Punjabi school wasn't the greatest in terms of like the academic side of things.
Punjabi in it,
but speaking, I could breeze that, to be fair. But even then, I didn't necessarily have any interest in media, in cameras, in anything. I liked to take the piss. I just like to mock things, mock people, just taking the piss and stuff, innit? And bands and stuff, jokes and that kind of stuff. But I never really thought it'd go into kind of what I do now. So the media jump was kind of a big jump because obviously after my father's taxi office, I had a supplement store as well, so selling protein, that kind of stuff. That's where I really started to do more kind of media stuff, where me and my friend Shahid, shout out to Shahid and that, Shahid's World, me and him thought, let's just do something kind of YouTube-y.
Oh, that's where I think I first saw you, because you were doing I followed Shahid's World on Instagram still because of that.
Talking about gym stuff, talking about silly things guys and girls in the gym.
That dude's fucking ripped though.
He's massive.
The dude's basically just one muscle.
The guy's just like he's a natural wambra. And he's just gained since years.
He'd just bench me, man.
We've got a story about him, to be fair. You know he always tells me like when we first met. I never actually remembered when we first met. He knew because he came up to me and my boy at one time in the gym and asked my boy like, "How you doing? You okay?" And he goes, "You thought I was coming and got to like say you at what, innit?" And he goes, "You approach me like, yo, what's the problem?" And he goes, "Nothing, saying hi." And you're like, yeah, safe. and this is then. Obviously, he was still getting bigger then, innit? But I'm like, bro, I don't know about that one. But to be fair, if he said it, I believe him.
Okay,
so we started doing gym stuff on YouTube, and after that, I just kind of got a feel more of doing kind of like Punjabi stuff. I thought, how can I do something kind of like, you know, having some jokes and banter for Punjabi people or making Punjabi videos and YouTube stuff. So I started doing more of that. So it switched from the YouTube stuff with me and him doing it more into kind of like skits and sketches and stuff. And I started doing a lot more. That's when I had the Billionaires page. So I started doing a lot more sketches of fathers, kids, families, Disney parents, that kind of stuff, to be fair. And so that's kind of where it all started with. So it was just a random jump from doing YouTube with Shahid about gym and fitness and stuff, and just kind of mocking the gym society, to just taking a whole switch to doing Punjabi content. Right. And to be fair, if you asked me like 10 years before that, would you be going into like media and stuff? I wouldn't believe you, because it just wasn't me. I was not one to be on the camera like that. But I guess my personality was taking the piss and just having kind of jokes and stuff.
personality
it kind of
comes
just kind of
through
develop more towards the camera because I guess it's better for the camera, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So yeah, well, that's how it kind of develops and stuff.
You definitely seem natural when you're on camera, but I guess that's
You know what?
You've done it for so long.
Yeah, it takes time, bro.
Yeah.
Honestly, the amount of outtakes I take for certain videos or certain skits or sketches, like I am not the greatest when it comes to scripts.
Yeah.
I can have sentences and I might not get them
In the right order.
Right.
Yeah.
Like the first video I did that probably went most viral was the one about Slucken going to the massage parlor.
Yeah.
That's the one that just went everywhere, went Canada, America, bro, just went on a madness. And it wasn't even the greatest video. It's just the kind of the conversation I had, it just kind of rolled.
And that humor, yeah.
Yeah, and then some people kind of caught wind of that and stuff, and it went from there. The maddest thing about that one is, my dad rang me 6 months after that. He was like, he was in India at the time, innit? He goes, how you doing? I was like, yeah, cool. Yeah, listen, someone's sent me a video of yours about you going to a massage parlor. I was like, Dad, listen, on a level. He goes, what, you go to massage parlors, man, and you're putting on social. You're not putting on social and stuff. I go, do you really think I'd do something like that and put on social?
And then tell the world,
I just make that make sense. He goes, no, you're right, but I
just want to check in it.
Just making sure, innit?
Yeah.
And I thought, bastard, people out there probably sending it to my dad. I thought, that's muggery. Was sending my video to my dad, expecting him to come and say like, yo. And then some auntie rang my mum's house as well.
Oh, cool.
Said, yeah, we've seen a video about your son doing this and that. But my mum backed me, to be fair. She was like, and what? and she looked, I don't know what it was, but regardless, I don't know how to let someone chat shit about my kid like that.
Yeah.
I goes, Mum, it's just a skit and stuff, innit? And then she's like, all right, fair. So yeah, I was just like, people out there are proper shady, man.
That's nuts.
Sending it to my parents.
I haven't had anything that crazy yet, but
So that was that, and then obviously time when I started to do more and stuff. I started to do a few collabs with people and stuff. Some worked, some didn't work and stuff. And after that, after a certain time, I just kind of got bored of doing skits and sketches because I just couldn't be bothered to do it all on my own, if that makes sense.
Yeah, there's a lot of work.
And obviously being Leicester and stuff, there's only so much you can do here. You can probably do more in London, but you're going to have people that want to do it in London as well.
You need people around.
You need to build a kind of like a network of people to do it.
Yeah.
I didn't really think the stuff that I was creating that was a bit more savage, borderline acceptable, was ones that people wanted to do. I see a lot of people doing everything very kind of like, safe and soft.
And calm,
which is cool. Because as our community, we are a bit conservative in that respect. But if it's comedy and stuff, it's kind of I think comedy. I think
we're conservative in the public eye, but actually, once you start to scratch the surface,
But when it comes to like comedy, I think it's a free for all because it's just the concept. You know what I mean? So I don't really think there's a limit on that. But I know people were like,
there's like artistic freedom with comedy, right?
People like, bro, you know what? Yeah, I don't know. I was like, you know what? All right, cool, man. And after time, I just thought, you know what? I'm cool, man. Get me? I'll just give it a bit of time. I start looking other ways I want to kind of do stuff, and that's when I got into do my stuff on the street interviews.
Just going back then, like academically, right? Every brown person watching this is going to be like, "Fuck, this dude's just kind of ended up into this area of work, and his parents back him, and there's no beef." But like when you were at school and university and stuff, what was the expectation, or was there an expectation? Like, was it like, oh, you need to go and be an accountant or a lawyer? Like,
I mean,
what was your family like?
When I was younger, I guess my parents wanted a certain job. But you know what the thing with jobs is, a lot of people like now, I get the concept of, we want to do what we want and stuff. I should have the right to choose what I want to do. But the reason our parents tell us that is because they don't want us to be in a position where you're kind of like rough, or you're struggling, or you're in a position where you can't pay for things, or you're in a position where your life's crap. So they don't want us necessarily to be like them, where they came from Punjab, had to start working, and that's all they knew and all they do. They were working
manual labor jobs rather than jobs where you're getting.
They didn't have a chance to actually live their life and work. They just had to work and stuff. So my parents also said, do a job that you like and enjoy. But do you know, bro, I looked at it and I thought, there's not a lot of things that I actually enjoy I want to do. I mean, doctor sounds great to be, but I was like, fuck that, doing all them
pressure,
years.
man.
I can't be asked to do all them things and stuff, innit? Like learn this and learn that. But academically, I was always good. I always got my grades and stuff. College I was okay as well. I went to uni, did design management innovation at university, did a master's on top of that as well, design and business. So I've ticked all the boxes for academically. But in sense of me going into it, not really wanting to go into it. I mean, there were aspects and modules, I guess, in what we did at university to kind of go towards media and stuff. But it wasn't a case like, I'm definitely going to go down the route of media and cameras and content creation. I just think, like, as I come out of university and stuff, my father goes, look, help me out for a bit if you can. Now you're done. and take it from there. I feel I did a lot of work for my father.
Yeah.
And probably if I wasn't working there for a few years before that, I probably would have gone university out of Leicester. I probably would have gone another way. So I think probably me staying at home and working for my father probably changed my direction in life.
Fair.
In the sense of what I wanted to do, because I probably wanted to do a lot more in life anyway. But because I was not one to kind of leave my parents in the lurch, let's say, I stayed there. So I think that's probably like a deciding factor into where I kind of progressed after that. After a few years, I got my own store, my supplement store, started to do that as well. I just went into that really. And I didn't really look at content then. It's only near the end when I started to kind of get into it as time went on, when I thought, you know what, you can probably do something, because gym people are funny. Yeah, there'll be dudes in the gym doing some silly shit. It's like, why can't we talk about that? There are a lot of guys on YouTube talking about it anyway, but there weren't any brown guys doing it.
And everyone goes to the gym, innit?
Yeah, but they weren't necessarily Punjabi guys or brown guys
there's
or
very
certain
few
people from our community, our minority communities that were doing it, which is another reason we thought, you know what, let's give it a whirl, to be fair. So that's my academic side, and it just kind of, I just ended up jumping into it. Just thought, you know what, give it a whirl and just see what goes on from there.
There's two questions I want to ask you, but starting with the second one first, in reverse order actually. Do you think, I guess in some regards, the community is coming of age in terms of like, so going back to like your parents or my parents or that generation, either they or their parents came over here and set something up, and then they've kind of taken that further, and we are now in a position where we have the ability to do kind of things like this.
Yeah.
And it's kind of across the board, because there has been a proliferation of like, I guess, minority social media or whatever, however you want to call it, right? Like, do you think the community is at a point where, I guess, we're more able to do those things? Or do you think that's just like, we're just connecting too many dots? There's actually just like, we're still a minority amongst everything.
We're not limited to just work now.
Yeah.
Our parents have properties, they've got mortgages, they've got land, they've got assets now. So that gives us a chance to do what we want to do and stuff. If we went to, let's say, another country now, let's just say me and you went to, let's say, I don't know, Mexico, or me and you went to Vietnam, or me and you went to, let's say, Japan, we're having to start from scratch like they did. So we won't have the luxuries that we have now, but our kids might. See what I'm saying?
Agreed,
so I think now we're at a stage now where people are a lot more chill to do other things, because not necessarily the case of, oh, my dad's got properties, so I'll get the properties now. But it's a case of like, we don't have to worry about certain things. We don't have to go too crazy on doing things to be thinking like, damn, you know what, I've got nothing, so I'm gonna have to do more. So now it's a case of, if you enjoy something, just go and do it. But as long as you kind of do it, you know, wholeheartedly. There's no point doing something half-assed and be like, oh yeah, you know what, it didn't work and stuff, and you know, you gave me pressures. Bro, what pressures? I said, do what you want to do. You know what I mean? So now we've got no excuse to say, oh, I feel pressured. The only thing we get pressured about probably like marriage and stuff, but that's a whole different topic.
That's a different conversation.
That now, I think we have the opportunity to do more, because we're not tied up by certain strings our parents were, innit?
No, completely. Coming back then to the first question is, what point then do you think for you was that turning point of actually like, I've got something here? So you spoke about the supplement store and how that kind of just grew organically out of, you were like, well, we're doing like funny, dumb shit. Let's just kind of share this. So what point were you like, ooh, this is like, there's more to this than just having a laugh, if that makes sense?
I mean, for me, before it's more like taking the mick out of the community, dumb stuff that Punjabis do and stuff, which is more fun. I think where my transition for the stuff I do now is more a case of, I want to see more about what people's views and thoughts are about relationships, dating, what their outtake is on, you know, girls, guys, that kind of stuff. I feel a lot of people now are very opinionated. Social media is very judgmental, very opinionated. Everyone thinks they're right. It's guys versus girls or all this other stuff. And obviously you get a lot of other funky behavior.
It is very binary.
I call it zesty behavior. all that madness out of there, So each their own and stuff in that respect, But it's just good to get people's views and takes on things. You know, some people might say some questions that ask a bit controversial, they might be offensive. But if it triggers you, then it triggers you for a reason, because that's your upbringing or your environment or your society. See what I'm saying? So now it's a case of it's more informative for the masses to watch, but interesting for me to speak and talk about certain things.
It's funny as shit as well, though. Like,
you get some mad people, to be fair. You do get some funny brothers out there, some funny girls out there.
I think the best bit with your questioning is that no matter how shocking you might find it, they're all questions people in private have asked one another.
Yeah.
There is no way in hell, like, especially with a bunch of guys, like, as in, none of the questions, if you think about it, wouldn't be in someone's WhatsApp chat or something, right?
But WhatsApp's the worst. I see some people talking some mad stuff. If I showed you my group chat, but some of the stuff they man say they're mad. They're mad. You know who your ads are, They're on a madness, bro. They talk about some things that are a bit crazy. And that's I guess when it comes to questioning now, I think there is a level of censorship on social medias, and the only reason is because they have the power. Like we're doing a podcast right now, wherever you load this, you ain't got the power.
No.
YouTube, it's TikTok, Instagram, Twitter have the power. But if you made your own platform, then you have the power. So a lot of people kind of forget that, but they are reminded about it, so they stay within the constraints of what they can talk about. For me, I don't necessarily have like a censored kind of topic, but I feel like sometimes people say something that kind of can be censored because it's just a conversation. It's not a big thing because it's a conversation. It's
it's not a statement. You're not being like, this is X or Y.
If I go and ask someone a certain question that's a bit mad, that's just a specific question, like, what do you think to this on its own, then that's my agenda. But mine are just conversations, to be fair. But the thing is, I used to do doors as well. I used to do security as well before.
So you are prepared.
I've been in environments where taxi office, I used to have a lot of drunken people there talking smack in the cab office. I used to have people in my shop talking a lot of smack about certain things. You can handle
your own is the point, isn't it?
And in the doors, they'll be talking smack as well. So you hear people talk about certain things and certain madness, and you see a lot of stuff as well.
Yeah, you must see crazy shit at the door.
I'd see girls walking with their partner on a Friday. Women with a walk in their partner on a Friday, and on Saturday night she'd have her back blown up by the owner of the club at night upstairs. And we know who they were. You guys know who you are as well. And we'd see them, we're like, you know what? Do you think, man? We're just here for the band together.
We're just on the wall. We're flies on the wall.
We see a lot of stuff, and then they come back again next week, hiding your arm. Thinking,
and you got to shake his hand as well, innit?
No, it's like I see you next week with your partner again. None the wiser, bro.
Oh, cold.
That's life, to be fair, though.
But that is reality, innit?
Yeah. So when you talk about something with people, a lot of stuff they want to say sometimes kind of comes out. Or if you ask them a question that strikes a nerve, like you ask a girl like, why did you break up with your ex? But they got ham. Because they feel that anger.
That emotion,
they feel that anger inside them because they get flashbacks how you treat them. So I guess for the content kind of things, it's great for that though. But I don't think there's anything that I've heard someone say to me that's actually shocked me. I might be like, on the camera, but that's what you're gonna get. It's not like, oh my god, what? It's
like,
not,
holy fucking.
It's never that, because nothing shocks me out there these days, especially with the content you see from other people and how the world is itself now. The world's on some mad liberal flex, and we're doing some silliness in it. So if it's a conversation with me and two girls or two guys, it's not gonna be that crazy.
No, it can't be in it. Like how
it's not gonna be that mad. Crazy, so I see a lot of worse stuff on social that is kind of like let to slide and shown. I just think my stuff is kind of a bit more chill. True. But I think for me, it's a case of I like the interactions, I like the conversations, I like to hear people's views and outtakes of life. I feel everyone is entitled to kind of have their view and stuff. And I don't feel someone should have it censored.
Everyone's got an experience.
Obviously, there's a fine line between having an opinion and a view and being malicious. We all know when someone's being malicious. There's a fine line of being expressive and being malicious, in it. And being malicious is where you draw the line, especially with content. Now you know man's are taking the piss.
Like that dude with the glasses, isn't it?
Well,
we'll come back to him. But I wanted to then ask you, which is like, so you go from supplement shop, Billan or like kind of Punjabi cultural comedy, and you've now kind of ventured into like street interviews and that content, I think, like you'd obviously know better than I do, but that content seems to have really taken off like massively. Like as in, I was looking at your profile on the way here just to like make sure I was aware like what was going on. And the numbers are just crazy, man. Like the numbers on the reels are just mad impressive. Now, did you envision, like when you started off with say the supplement social media, did you ever think that you'd end up it becoming what it is today? And then secondly, how much work has had to go in order to go from like supplement shop to street viewing? Street interviewing.
From the supplement store. I mean, I never really thought I'd get onto the street like that. I never thought I'd be speaking to people.
If someone clipped that one sentence out, it would sound crazy. Just saying.
No, I never thought I'd actually be doing. I never thought I'd be doing skits and sketches. I never thought I'd be dressing up with wigs and shit. I never thought I'd be on the street with a mic in the cold, talking to people about life scenarios and just life in general.
Just life in general.
It's just kind of one of those things. Like when something kind of changes in me, I think, you know what, I want to give something else a try. I don't really feel anything like in a sense of where I'm like, oh, okay, well, I'm doing this. If I do this, is it going to succeed? Is it not going to work? Will it work? I don't really believe in that mindset of it's not going to work. It's a case of just you do it, you give it a whirl, or you give it a razzle dazzle, as I call it, and you see how it goes, and then you kind of assess where you are with it and stuff. So going from the supplement store to doing the interviews or doing the conversations with Shahid on YouTube, and then going to doing the skits and stuff, that's a big jump going from that to that. Going from skits into this is a big jump as well. So I guess I don't mind. I'm not scared to take leaps like that for that kind of stuff, because I know that if I do it wholeheartedly, it will work. But I feel that me doing the interviews now is more me. Is more where I can just kind of talk as I'm talking. It's just you. Like I'm talking now. There's as no well. Persona in it's just kind of me just talking myself, having the buzz, not trying to be a certain character on the street. I don't really believe in trying to be a certain way for the street. Sometimes they might see me a bit more jovial with people. Sometimes you might feel I'm a bit more kind of cold with people. I guess it's just my mood on the day.
But that's natural though, right?
I'm not like, hi guys. I tried that, bruv, dead.
Nah,
dead.
I can't do that. I can't pretend.
It's just not me, bro. No. Like, I see people on social doing it. I'm like, bro, it's not you. But listen, if you're getting paid, do your thing, man. It's fine, innit?
I watch myself back and I can tell it.
Yeah, so for me to do that one, I never really thought I'd actually get there. But I'm there now, and it's cool, you see. So I was like, okay, we can keep going with this. And I guess when people when they see videos of the conversations, they can relate to it. They can feel like, you know what, my friend said that, or I see where she's coming from.
And it could be some a conversation amongst friends, isn't it?
Some people might just say that some of the things are controversial, but every video that loaded on there, everyone's got a take to it. Everyone's got their own view and opinion. I'll let them go off, and go off if you want. It's fine. If you want to talk about something, go off with it.
You carry on commenting, innit?
That was their conversation. That's the conversation we had. You either like it or you hate it, innit? And there are some topics on that people say that are a bit controversial and stuff, but I don't really think controversial.
But what's like the most controversial, like as in the only controversial shit I can think of is like questions where you're chatting about like gangbangs and whatever. But
you know, I think that's not that bad, to be fair.
No, but that's just my point. I don't
I think in 2023, 2024, I think the biggest one was the question when I asked people on the street, like, what makes a man feminine? I think that pissed a lot of people off in a sense of like, what do you mean?
But people are just uncomfortable though to even question masculinity, full stop.
I don't think that. I think it's a more case of they're scared to really say what they feel. Like me and you, we know if we're going to talk about being a bunda, we know what being a bunda is, isn't it? But someone asked me, like, oh, well, you know what? I think it's what you make of it. And like, bro, on a level, if everyone, all the mans right now were going to war, like in the Roman times, bro, half the man won't be able to do anything. You best to put them on a gutty somewhere. In the nice little pop store.
Which is just to wear them down, innit?
Which is cool, but like, I think that's probably been the most controversial because of what society is like right now. But then my rebuttal to that is, well, all right, fine, but then what makes a woman masculine then? Because you're crying about that question. But then what makes a woman masculine? And that one, everyone's quick to answer that.
But don't you think that's also because there's a confusion about like traditional gender roles and what masculinity is amongst most people? Like, as in, actually, I think, coming to that question, most people confuse gender roles with what masculinity or femininity should be. So I assume a lot of people are responding to the woman bit, being like, well, a woman should do X, Y, and Z.
Yeah, I think they're easier to talk about women. And women find it easier to talk about women as well because they kind of know what their role is and stuff. But because obviously this whole world is kind of distorted what a man should look like, what a man should be, how he should act, how he should feel and stuff. I get it. Men shouldn't be crying unnecessarily, but there's a time to cry. There's a time to share your emotion, though. There's a time to cry. There's a time to share your emotion. There's a time to have a heart to heart. There's a time to be vulnerable. I get that, but like nowadays, dudes just don't want to. The second someone pulls that up, it's like, bro, you can act more of a bunda, and it's cool to do it, to be fair though. But then when they act less as a man, the women get triggered and pissed off. Then they start calling the mans out. The mans get pissed off, saying, "Oh, yada yada yada," and it's just a vicious cycle though. If kind of people just kind of stick to what's kind of expected of us as people, it's cool. Like, we know as a guy, I'd rather be the provider in the house. Do you know what I mean? That's how I want to be and stuff. I'd rather my woman is the one that kind of provides as well, but also looks after the house as well. I look after the house as well, don't get me wrong. But we know what we will be standing and stuff. Nowadays, people's like, oh yeah, well, why am I going to be paying for a woman's date or something? I'm like, well, first of all...
Shit like that is crazy though. Like, as in that second, but just going back to your point about like providing and stuff, like that's completely fair and pretty generic, but... Isn't there a difference between being like, well, I would like my life to be X, Y, or Z, like, so provide or whatever. And there's a difference between that and then being like, well, actually, all men should do that. Because there's obviously going to be a anomaly amongst that trend, right? There's always going to be someone who's going to be like, I don't want to do that shit. No, me personally, I just think guys should always be the provider. I always feel that a guy should be the provider. I don't feel it should be kind of like rained down on the guy.
because either you are or you're not. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's kind of your upbringing and your mindset. If a guy doesn't want to provide, that's fine. I'm not saying it's not the wrong way to do it.
No, agreed.
And me being the guy I am and the guys that I kind of associate with, we'd rather be the provider and do it for the woman and stuff. We know where we stand and we know where the guys stand and stuff. When it comes to kind of all these like general questions about paying for the dates and stuff, though, on a level though, if you're gonna take a woman out for a date,
if you're even questioning that, you shouldn't be taking her out for a date.
That's my point. Like, if you want to take some time out to get to know her,
you should
why are you
right.
crying about a 60, 70, 80 pound bill? Unless she's just a little smash and dash.
Well, then
why take her for a date in the first place? She doesn't even deserve that. In the nicest way possible. She
it's true.
that.
Do
you know what I mean? But that's just guys, to be fair, in that kind of sense. So when I go on the street and ask people these questions and stuff about relationship dating and stuff, I get a real good take on what women expect of guys and what guys expect of women and stuff. Do you see what I'm saying? So when I chat to these people, I understand like what I think about certain things is usually kind of right. Some of the guys move a bit mad, some of the girls move a bit mad. That's their opinion, it's fine. But it just lets the world have an outtake onto what people really, really think.
What real people actually think.
Because it's one thing to have stuff off social, because social media nowadays, a lot of it's kind of fake. And a lot of it's scripted. So the interactions I have, they're just kind of general conversations where they're just kind of off the cuff and we're speaking and there's no kind of agenda. It's a case of whatever was said, that's what gets chopped up and loaded. You know what I'm saying? It's not done a certain way where it's like trying to have an agenda in a certain angle.
Like, can you re-answer this? And
it's not one of those, to be fair. So for me to do that, I think I'm more into that now. So going forward with it and stuff, I want to do a lot more with kind of other people in my kind of like, I won't say niche, in my kind of environment of interview stuff, or I can get more people involved and stuff. Will be good to do, to be fair, isn't it?
I've got a bit of a random question, which is, and it kind of puts you in the hot seat to a degree, which is like, so do people, there's been people before you who are from different backgrounds. So Max Fosh, Young Philly, and other YouTubers, even Chunks, and they did street interviews before they became massive. Now, I don't understand, and maybe you can shed light on this, which is your numbers are crazy. And I'm kind of a little bit shocked that you've not blown up to, not necessarily to the same extent, because they've been doing this shit for years. But what I don't get is there seems to be a preference for black and white faces in that space rather than for brown faces. Like, to be really simplify it, right?
Okay.
Why do you think that is?
I couldn't give you an answer to that. That's a mad question, to be fair, though, which is a fair question. I just think it's the case of people have their networks, their communities, their groups and stuff. I guess for me, I'm a lot older than these guys as well. I'm in my 30s. A lot of these men, when they started doing it, they were like 20s, 16, 17, 18, 19. Now they're 24, 25. It's a good number to be at, to be fair. So for me, it's a bit more mature audience, I guess. It's a bit more mature questions.
But the thing is though, you actually appeal to a whole demographic that these guys would never touch.
I guess it's just timing, to be fair. I see, for me, I'm not really fussed about the kind of blowing up and stuff. I feel it comes at points.
I guess the way I should have worded the question is, you deserve, in my opinion, you deserve to be as big as they are, because of, like, as in, there's no difference. If
for me, the word deserving is a case of I'll get it when I deserve it.
Fair.
I appreciate what you're saying. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
But for me to get where I need to be, what I deserve is different to what I feel I deserve and what you feel I deserve. You might feel like I deserve more, and I know I don't deserve as much yet because I know that what I've done is not a lot, though. I mean, back to the question we asked me before about how much time goes into editing stuff, bro, hours. I've been up nights doing stuff. When I first started doing editing, bro, I was taking between 12 to 14 hours to do one fucking video.
It takes the piss.
I thought, this is taking a mick, like, why? And because I used to watch it, listen to it, then listen to it again, process what was said, and I think I could take that out. I was very, very critical then.
Put it back
now
in.
It's a bit more free flow. And now it's a case of, before it was a case of I'd ask them a question and I'd let them answer it. But I didn't like that. I wanted to be involved in the question. I wanted to be involved in the conversation. So if you see my content from like 2021, it's kind of 2021. It's kind of shifted to now, where it's more conversational. You know. So in regards to your point about deserving and stuff and numbers, I guess I've not really done much yet to have the numbers yet. The numbers are good on it because people watch it and view it and stuff. But it's not. I'm not at the point now where it's like bang, it's just gone boom.
I see what you mean.
For example, like when I first started doing the videos and stuff, I started doing the videos for 2021, and 2021 I started doing these videos. I made my page in 2022 January. I started doing the video. I'm not sure. I think it's 2022 January.
That's mad.
No, wait till I lie, bro. I started doing it in 2021.
Okay.
The interviews and stuff. I think I started in February. and I started my Instagram page then as well. And I was probably on 8,000 followers on Instagram up until May this year, just gone.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Jesus.
So it wasn't anything big.
Oh, mad.
And I guess that's probably the first step up to where I'm at now, to be fair.
Yeah.
So it's just timing, I guess. I'm not really here to try and be big so quick.
You're not actually bothered about the numbers. You're doing it because you enjoy it.
The numbers are great when they come there. I mean, in time, if I get like certain deals with people, I start doing more collabs with people and stuff. I get some like promo stuff. Yeah, great. But I'm not going to go out my way to do it. If that makes sense. Because I mean, business is business and fun is fun. If I start going just only down the business route, I'm going to lose the fun of it. Now I'm going to think about what can I say for business purposes. But the thing is, if you get into business things as well, you have to be a bit more reserved and conservative what you talk about as well.
Because you want the brands and all that.
And I think, you know what, I don't really feel for that. The right brands will come in time and stuff. But maybe in 1 or 2 years, you can ask the question again, and it might be a certain stage up. But for now, I just feel that when the time is right for certain things to come through for me, they'll come through for a minute.
Nah, fair. No, so, fair. Man. Fair. No, I look forward
to that. I appreciate that.
No, I don't even mean it like I'm not even trying to suck you off or anything. I just mean it in like no. I'm just saying that in terms of anyone else watching. I just mean it in terms of like I was having a conversation with so I have a Twitter group chat with a few friends, and basically whenever I get a guest, I'm like, oh, this guest is coming on. Is there any questions you'd like to ask? And one of them pointed out that the content that you do is similar to like previous people who have done something similar, and then they've gone on to massive things.
I think people in London have it easier. If I was doing this in London, I'd probably grow a lot faster. But I'm in Leicester, and it's not necessarily no man's land. But how many guys in Leicester do you know that are doing this stuff? Not many. And how many guys do you know that are going to other towns doing it?
No one.
Think about it. I've been Leicester, Derby, Nottingham, Leeds, Liverpool, Sheffield, Manchester, London. I've been to Cancun, done it. I've just come back from New York and Philly, and I've been there to do it. You know what I mean? I mean, a lot of people have never done that who've done this before me.
No,
but that's not me trying to compete with anybody. That's just me doing my thing. The day it goes boom, it'll go boom. So it's a case of do what you want to do, and I'm just doing what I want to do and stuff. I want to go to more countries where they speak English, like Australia possibly, maybe do Canada as well.
Oh man, you need to do one in India. You need to do that. Would be funny.
I don't know, bro. That's the madness there, bro. I don't know how them men are going to be out there, man. I mean, they're a lot more modern now than we think they are.
I'm not necessarily even thinking of Punjab.
I've seen some guys doing some questionnaires out there, bro. They're on madness. The girls are talking smack out there, bro. I was like, you man of brown talking about that? I thought, boy, because the girls there ain't talking like that. The girls there, bro, fearless. They're fearless. In Delhi and that,
in August,
and Mumbai, bro, they're fearless out there, bro.
Yeah, that would be, like, as in genuinely, that would be something.
I guess I could do it at a later stage, but my thing now is just to speak to people like kind of like in the UK and possibly America, Canada, or worst case push probably Australia.
The Anglo, the Anglo speaking world.
I know the Anglo thing.
I know you mean. Going to all these places, then, what have the, I guess actually the best way to ask this is, what's been the best city that you've been to doing this? Like the one you've had the most fun?
Sheffield's always the vibe.
Oh, fair play. My grandma and granddad are loving it.
The reason being because you get a lot of people going from down south upwards, like Nottingham, Derby, and Leicester to Sheffield, and you got a lot coming from up north, from like either Leeds, Wakefield, Manchester, Liverpool. They come down to Sheffield.
So it's a proper mix.
It's just a mix. So when you get people speaking there, it's just a whole mix. It's like a mismatch of people.
It's just different accents.
So
everything.
You get the girls from up north, the girls from down south talking stuff. It's probably been the best one in terms of people and the vibe and stuff. So I'd say Sheffield. Shout out to people from Sheffield because that's probably the best town. It doesn't matter what day I go to it or when I've been to it, it's always just been jokes.
Mad. Well, my grandparents would love this because they met at Sheffield University. So
shout out to them. Sheffield's the best one. I wouldn't say I've got a worst one.
No.
I just feel there have been a few instances where I've been to certain towns and I've had altercations, and they've only ever been with Punjabis.
With guys.
Punjabis.
So where was the one with the glasses? That dude with the glasses?
Oh, Derby.
That was Derby. Yeah. And he must have been Punjabi, innit?
Oh yeah, of course, man. I won't say to him try for an apana, innit? So yeah, man.
So okay, let's start with that one then. What happened there? Because I just think it is just the fucking, and I will play the clip on top of this, like, for the video because it's just that good. But
why is it hard dating nowadays?
What? Are you married?
It's only hard dating nowadays if you're clapped and ugly and you have nothing to prove and you have nothing to give. For me, dating is easy.
So you got girls?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you married?
No.
Okay. So what kind of girls do you go for then?
Educated girls.
Where'd you find them?
Everywhere.
No, tell me, where would you find an educated woman?
Find them everywhere.
Such as?
What, you want me to name streets?
I'm asking you where do you find educated woman, innit? Like,
Everywhere.
maybe just give me a location, bro. Like, you know. Do you reckon you might find one tonight?
Everywhere.
Will you find one tonight?
Everywhere.
You've been answering the question, bro. Would you find one tonight?
Yeah, everywhere.
Where then?
Everywhere.
Oh, your answer though, is it? You gonna give me silence now?
Everywhere.
Alright, I think your answer to finish now, innit?
I'm smarter than you fucking dumb fuck.
How are you smarter
Don't
than me?
make it deep, bro.
How's it
Don't
deep?
make it beefy.
You have to raise your voice.
Why are you trying to make out like you just said?
Who's giving you
Oh,
beef
no
right
more
now?
than you know. Oh, what do you know?
That's a cute voice.
What do you know?
That's a cute voice.
What do you know?
You tell me, bro.
What do you know, bro?
You're the one
You're
raising-
this close to
you're
getting
the ra-
slapped in the face, you fucking pussy.
Bro, you try it, bro. I'll tell you right now, try it.
Yeah?
If you're an upper, try it, bro.
Yeah.
Try it, bro. If you're
Yeah.
an upper now. You try it.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I'm asking, if you want to have an
Yeah.
altercation, what will you do?
Yeah. Yeah. Why you come here with your fucking little mic, yeah? You think you're hard? Look at
When was
with
that hard,
your
bro?
With your little guy, with your little fucking camera.
When was that hard, bro? Move away from him.
I'm not even
You
close
got
to it.
beef from me, but not him,
No,
right?
I ain't got glue. I ain't
No,
got
if
beef
you want
with
a
you.
beef,
I ain't got beef with you as well. I don't want to fight you.
Well, then walk off and put your boy in,
You're
please.
my brother.
Bro.
You're not serious, fam.
Serious
Fuck
what, bro?
off, bro. You're nobody, bro.
What?
Okay, to start with, my man come across, we're doing interviews and stuff.
Yeah.
And I usually decline up on it. I usually decline Punjabis.
Yeah.
For the sole fact of, in my experience, before that day,
Pick off.
they've always just chat shit to me.
And you just mean Punjabis full stop, not just men. You mean men, girls, everyone.
I just meet anybody. I've had girls be rude to me necessarily, and I've had guys be rude to me. And it's not a case of like, if anyone's ever spoke to me on the street, then nobody ever say like, my man was chatting shit to me or being rude to me or he had a bad demeanor about him.
Yeah.
Because I'll ask you a question. Hi, you right, guys? Got some questions. Do you want to answer them? That's my intro most of the time. Well, how you doing? When you say you want to jump on? Yeah, cool. That's it. My man comes out of nowhere and stuff. Yo, what you asking? We'll ask a question. I go, bro, look, listen, you're a bit kaddi piti.
Yeah. He was pissed.
You've had a few drinks. Have a good night. Take care, innit? And he's just talking smack, innit?
Everywhere.
And he's like, what you doing? You doing interviews for a thingy? I go, bro, listen, bro, if it's not your thing, have a good night, innit? Where you from? Basics of Sikhi. I guess, bro,
wild.
I guess, bro, this is not a Sikhi thing.
Yeah.
So then why on the street then? So what? You think you're big man now chatting shit? I was, bro, listen, just crack on and just keep walking. That's how it started. Off the camera.
Oh, fair. Okay.
I go, bro, just keep walking. And he just would not walk away. And I was like, all right then, come on then. If you really want to talk about something,
determined.
if you want to talk, then stand and talk then. Innit?
Yeah,
and all I asked him was like, what's the hardest thing about dating nowadays?
Everywhere.
That's the only question I got from our man. And he just goes in and he went on a full defensive. And I thought, all right, if you want to speak like that, all right, and then I'll be monotonous as well then. So what do you think? What do you think of that one? And I was like, all right, well, you're not really answering the question now, innit? I'm smarter than you. I thought, all right, now I got you now.
Yeah.
Now I got you. Now okay, we can roll this now for sure now, innit?
Yeah.
Then he just started talking mad. I go, well, go and do what you want to do then, innit? If you don't do something, do something.
You're this close to getting
You're the-
slapped in the face, you fucking pussy.
Bro, you talk and do is doing it.
Yeah,
Like if I'm
true.
gonna fight with you, do you really think I'm gonna tell you I'm gonna hit you? I'll just hit you.
Yeah,
If I
we'll
want
have
to
a
hit
fight.
you.
Yeah.
Talk to me. I thought, yeah, you're just talking smack, bro. Yeah, you think you're gonna get the content from me? You're gonna get shit from me? I thought, bro, you've already done it.
Yeah, it's gone viral already.
It's already done it, bro. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, you've already done it. Like, what are you talking about, though? So he just would not stop, though.
Everywhere.
And that's him on there. And now it's been shared on so many pages and stuff. And it's his own downfall.
his own
Because I
business.
told him just keep walking, and he chose not to walk away. He trying to apologize afterwards. I guess, bro, listen, I don't want your apology. Just keep walking in. I don't want your apology. This is what I interview up on it for
I
that
was
reason.
going to ask you how did it end, but mate, he's apologizing. It's just taking me
Oh no,
left
he
field.
apologized afterwards after him walking away.
Fucking hell.
That's obviously not on the camera.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
after
yeah.
Mama came back round and stuff, I go, look, bro, just keep walking, man, to be fair.
Like,
Like, he's
as in-
done, innit? I
yeah,
no point
yeah.
talking to me, to be
Spilt
fair.
milk
though,
and
innit?
shit.
Like, it's just silliness, innit? But that was Derby. I remember I went to Leeds one time. I was on the streets of Leeds and some up and up, and they come up to you and goes, oh, what are you doing? He goes, you out here grooming? I was like, what? You look at you fucking southerners coming up north trying to groom our girls. I goes, bro, you're Punjabi, like, I mean, what are you talking
What
about?
the fuck?
He's, oh, listen, I'll get man's landed here right now. I goes, well, go on then. I goes, I guarantee the banda, probably know me as well.
Yeah.
So go on then. Then his wife comes, oh, listen, I'm really sorry about my husband. I go, look, just tell him to have some manners in it.
Fucking hell.
Like at what point did you see me grooming
Yeah,
or trying
yeah.
to chat to underage girls? I
But
goes,
what
bro, I'm
type
on
of fucking accusation? That's wild,
Bro,
man.
this is 11 p.m. as well. That's the maddest thing. It's not even that late.
It's not even like a random like door Virginia or something in the morning. Yeah,
He's,
yeah.
oh, listen, I know BT, I know Baldi. I goes, yeah, I know
of course
Baldi as well.
yeah.
I know
Baldi,
Baldi
yeah.
from fucking Glasgow. What? And what? It
Yeah.
doesn't mean anything to me, to be fair. So that's Leeds. Then we went to Manchester one time. Then his uncle was there. Just uncle. Man had a tracksuit, bro. I put uncle must have been about 50 or something, yeah. Had a tracksuit on. Yeah, what you man doing in Manchester? I don't know you, man. I was like, uncle, we're just here doing interviews, innit? listen, you're in the wrong town for me to get out of my town, innit? I goes, well, what do you mean? He goes, listen, I've been to all the Godfather here. I ain't never seen any Godfather. I goes, bro, listen, first of all, this has not anything to do with Sikhi or Taram, innit? Yeah. I go, look, uncle, look, I don't know what the problem is, but just
you not been
take care, just have a good night, do your thing, innit? Then he goes, oh, listen, Botta, come around the corner, I want to chat to you. I go, you must think I'm on crack, bro. I'm coming around the corner with you.
Fuck, yeah.
Bro, around the corner, there was about 20 bundles there. But they weren't waiting for me, but they were just there. I just thought, like, you really think I'm stupid to go around the corner to chat to you? Uncle, you want to chat to me? Chat to me here?
Yeah, we can have a conversation.
Then cool, innit?
Fuck.
Yeah, you better watch yourself, though, innit? You Southerners. I don't get what the issue is with people up north with us. I guess first I'm from Leicester.
Yeah, we're not in the middle.
South.
We're not even south.
Man's in the south, though. And then I've had a few times when women start chatting shit. Oh, why are you walking around? Why are you walking around doing interview or something? Why are you doing this for? Like, who do you think you are? I'm like, look, sis, I ain't your sis. I goes, all right then, brown lady.
Yeah.
Have a good night then,
I will be disrespectful.
Yeah, listen, don't get cheeky to me because you don't know who my brother is and stuff. I goes, I don't care who your brother is. I go, let me tell you one thing right now. If your brother's meant to be known, he'd be known.
Yeah.
I mean, in the nicest way, innit?
Yeah.
She goes, I'll watch you. I end of the night, if I see you here, I'm going to call him. And goes, all right, crack on. So that's the reason I don't go out to interview Punjabis. I don't mind chatting to people. If they're on the camera, I can talk to them.
Yeah.
But my dealings with people on the street is they're just too kaddi piti. I've had a couple of guys from Birmingham, they'll group with them, that knew what I do, they were sound.
Yeah. Because like, excited to see you.
They were just chilling, they're talkative. They weren't on no like ego madness.
Yeah.
But most experiences, I'd say out of like 15 interactions I've had, 10, 15 interactions I've had, I'd say out of them, probably them group of boys were the chill ones.
The most chill.
That's why I try to stay clear, to be fair though, for that reason.
Have you had any other like crazy instances?
Not really crazy. I mean, I guess I've had a few in Philly, like when I went to Philly and stuff. So I was interviewing one woman there and asking her a few questions. This random dude jumps in. I'm not seeing the content yet. He jumps in, starts chatting shit to her, and then obviously like her boyfriend pulls up in these big ass black tinted out car in it, and he starts getting leery, bro. Fuck yeah, I'm talking to my guy and shit. Yada. Gets out and he sticks it on the guy. Goes, what you got?
Oh, the other guy.
Yeah, he's like, what you got? You want to pull it out? I was like, yeah, we ain't really here for that, to be fair.
Yeah, we're not here for no gunfights, man. Yeah.
And I just pushed his mama in the face and that. And then obviously his boys come. And then mama goes back to his car. He's about to grab something out. And then obviously like there's a few cars behind. That thing's a cop car. And I think the missus goes, oh, look, feds, 50. Then she drives off. I was like, yeah, mum. I was like, yeah, I don't really want to be somewhere like that for that.
Fuck.
I mean, crazy because it's America.
Yeah.
But in the UK, I'm not necessarily anything crazy. I just think like people are just people and stuff.
Yeah.
It depends on how you are as well. If I'm going to be moving a bit mad myself, so I expect madness to happen on the street, but I don't. It's just conversational. Do you know what I mean? So it's a bit more chill like that, though.
What's the most unexpected response you've ever had? Like, has there been a question and someone's answered and you've just been like, "What the fuck? What type of answer is that?"
Nothing really stands out. I mean, I remember one girl talking about like her partner was cheating on her with his stepsister. That's a bit
with
mad.
His stepsister.
Yeah, that's a bit mad.
Fucking Angoli the gum.
That's a bit mad though, isn't it? I mean, I get the concept of she's not blood related though, but your stepsister in it, like, yo,
you share some type of DNA though. Or is it complete like from a separate marriage?
Stepsister's like a step in it, so it's different.
Oh, so it's not even.
No. But I don't know the ins and outs of the family.
Oh, so if you didn't go into the intricacies.
No. But I was like, what the fuck? Yeah. Like, you're right.
Yeah, that shit.
So she goes, oh, he went with he's been cheating on her with his stepsister. Then he came back to me, and then his stepsister showed all the pictures and images to his wife. Well, let's listen. This is what's been going on. I was like, oh, man.
Fucking hell.
That's one of them. I think the funniest thing about guys is like some guys are down for this kind of like pegging flex, but do your thing. That's one. But
I never heard of that shit till I was about 30, man,
me to be fair, I was like, okay,
yeah.
Cool,
and I was like,
goes, bro, you don't know, you ain't tried it, bro. I'm cool.
Mate, you carry on in it.
No, bro, you don't know, because bro, I ain't tried a lot of foods in the world. Yeah. I'm good.
I don't eat beef. It's fine. I don't need to try it.
Yeah. So that, and then sometimes when guys say like, oh, you know, like cheating's part of evolution and stuff. So it's just some of the things people say is like you're brazen for saying that though, but they believe it. It's like, all right, cool, you believe it's fine to be fair.
That's your opinion, innit?
Yeah. Or sometimes when people talk about like relationships, they'll go in about what they did, or they'll tell their stories about, oh, you know, this guy did this, but you know, he ain't really shit and stuff. He's a social media influencer, but he gives it large, but he does this, he does that, tries to tell their certain secrets. There's one video I just couldn't load because of that. She went in on the guy, and I was like, yeah, some of this stuff it was too specific, and people wouldn't know.
Oh, fair.
And I was like, it's either I launch it and it can kind of ruin the guy's life on social, or I just leave it in it, because I don't need one video to dictate my kind of like my journey on content.
Would I not be aware of the person?
Yeah, this girl pulled out 7-8 points, and if you put the dots together
About one guy
and you'd know.
who's brown.
I ain't really gonna go on anything. So you're trying to get points. I'm not gonna say anything. I'm gonna say what community the brothers from here. But yeah, if that had come out and you put all the dots together for 7-8 points,
fair.
you'd be like, oh, that's so and so.
Yeah,
Or somebody in your circle, oh, that's so and so.
Would have said it. Yeah. Someone would assume.
There's certain things you know about people. Let's just say someone said, oh, this guy, he had a protein shop. He used to work in Dad's taxi office.
Yeah,
he used to do doors. That's 3 things that I know who they're on about.
that is.
That's what I'm saying. It's easy to get people sussed out with information that people give about certain people.
Yeah.
So yeah, she went in. She goes, oh, he does this. He does this.
Fuck.
He likes to be on closed doors and stuff, and he's doing all the shady stuff. I was like, yeah, I don't mean to ruin a brother. I mean, maybe if he does something to me in social, maybe, but fuck it, I'll do it.
Yeah,
but other than that, it's never gonna get to that.
It's not really
I guess we have a responsibility sometimes with people when we know that they're in this kind of same industry as us.
Yeah.
It's like, do we really want to shit on them? Unnecessarily to kind of shine yourselves. I don't necessarily believe in that.
No.
So I mean, some people might just say, well, some of the content you're doing, it's kind of like a bit mad because it's putting people in a certain light. I'm like, well, I've not kind of put them in any corner.
Well, no, they're having a conversation with you.
Yeah.
They're
It's like it's not
venturing into
been
it.
put in any corner and stuff. I might say something that might be a bit like, oh, you can't really say that, but I don't really care about that. If I say something like, yeah, I'll back it. If I said it, I'll back it. If I said something 6 months ago, I'll back it because at the time where the conversation was,
Yeah.
and I said it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
for
yeah,
real.
man.
You spoke earlier about obviously your parents being aware of your earlier content, and obviously I'm sure they've kept an eye on what you've been doing since. What has the reaction of friends and family been over the stretch, and what's it like now? Because now they just must be like, oh, he's at it again.
I mean, right now they don't know what I'm doing, what I'm talking about.
Fair.
They don't know what I'm on. He's just on the street talking to people. They don't know what conversations happening. I mean, they could probably read the subtitles, but it's not nothing that's gonna. There's nothing I've done yet that's like, oh shit, your son's doing this. Do you know what I mean? It's not there yet, and it's not something that's gonna be like really bad. I think the Punjabi stuff was a bit mad because of the content and the context I was talking about. That was like, yo, like, what do you mean massage parlor? That's madness, isn't it, to put that on social? But it was just a script.
But it's funny shit though. Yeah, it's comedy.
But in terms of kind of from people that I know what I'm doing and stuff, they say, oh, you watch your videos, the jokes are funny. To be fair, like the content I make isn't necessarily for my people.
Yeah.
That makes sense?
Yeah.
It's like a lot of businesses. A lot of people, they start a business hoping that their friends buy it. But that's not your customer.
No.
And same with this stuff. My customers, let's say, people that it resonates with, who want to watch content, who want to be entertained. It's more for
Want to
them
have a laugh.
Yeah. So whether my friends watch it or not, I appreciate when they do watch it.
Yeah.
But it's more a case of for the people that it resonates with.
Yeah.
But they see it. They say, yeah, it's jokes, it's funny and stuff. But yeah, that one about that guy talking smack, probably the one that's seen the most because they were both brown.
Yeah.
So like, UB1, UB2, they shared it and stuff. A couple of other big pages shared it. I'm Just Bait shared it.
Yeah.
So a couple of the big pages shared it.
That shit was.
And they're just like, yo, like my sister goes, oh, someone said to me, ain't that your brother and stuff? Like, yo, what's this? What's he fighting with people for? I was like, first of all, I wasn't even fighting.
I'm not fighting, yeah.
I was just talking. You know what I mean? So it's like, okay, cool. But I've not really had any bad feedback. I guess when I do more Punjabi content, people were watching it less. I think people watch it more now because more people watch it.
Yeah.
So they watch it more now because more people are watching it as before.
It's more like fashionable almost, or like a trend, as in like more people are there.
It's more out there, and I think I think the biggest thing for upbringing is you can make it in your own community or you can hate in your own community. But if you start making it more in the bigger world, you're more accepted. Yeah. If that makes sense.
No, you're bang on the money, man.
Like if you're big with white guys, black guys, other people from the communities, you're big in them communities, or you're, let's say, accepted. Then you're going to be automatically accepted by your own people because you're doing bits in the big wide world.
Outside of it,
whereas if you just keep it just within your own community and stuff, you're not really doing anything big for it, to be fair.
No, completely.
Do you know what I mean? That's anybody and stuff. Like even like people like Just Rain and stuff. Like when he was doing all the Dissy skits, it was in English, more so for the big wide world.
Yeah.
So the world recognized him. Obviously he's back now as well. So that's why I'm doing his thing. But then as well, like it's a case of he was doing it for upbringing as well as the world. Do you know what I mean?
It was a diaspora thing, innit? It was to try and bridge that gap between like
So he's one of the first ones to do it, to be fair, in that sense and stuff. So
and he smashed it.
Yeah. And for me, it's more a case of I want to do more for the world than just limit it just to my people, innit? So yeah, man.
No, fair. All right, penultimate question. Which is, what does your creative process look like? Or do you just literally rock up on the street and like, all right, I'm gonna ask this question?
I have a a concept, a kind of angle in mind for the nights. I might run it for 2 different nights, for two different towns, or let's say 2 different cities.
So you'll run it a couple of times, like the
yeah.
same
I guess it depends. I can have a few questions and stuff to say, well, you know, based on the people I get there and stuff. It was also the case of the people I meet as well. A lot of people I meet are kind of pretty much open to many questions. So sometimes the case like, well, I've brought out a few questions. I'm like, you know, which ones do I ask now? Because I don't want to take up too much people's time as well. Because I do appreciate.
Quick.
I appreciate them stopping for me. But bro, sometimes I've spoken on camera with some people like 15 minutes.
Fucking hell.
Like
that's quite a long time.
Because you know, sometimes I'll just go in on a conversation and it just goes to something else.
Just naturally, it just evolves.
Something else. And there was a case of it was a straightforward, simple question that I needed one simple answer for. It could have been 3 or 4 sentences if you wanted it to be. But then I went off, which is fine. So for me, it's a case of have a few questions, have a kind of an angle. So I might go on a night I think, right, tonight we're just going to be asking questions just about guys, and it's the angle. About guys and stuff. Or tonight we're asking more about the girls, and here's that. Or I might say, you know, I might have 2 questions for guys, 2 questions for girls, and run it from that. Take it from that, to be fair, though. So there's always a kind of an angle of questions. I don't really believe in having just a free-for-all question, like, you know, about dating, and the next thing asking a question about, like, what's your favorite food? There's no tangent anywhere.
At least a connection.
Yeah, so I need questions that have some kind of tangent for me to speak to people about. It's like, okay, yeah, cool. And I just kind of run with that though. But the hardest thing is probably sitting down, watching it, editing and stuff, you know. Like over time, like for me, myself, like I've done a lot of editing and it's been taking probably me hours and hours to edit. I don't think anybody will ever see the process it takes to edit videos.
Oh man, no.
I don't think people ever necessarily appreciate, because they don't appreciate it.
No,
they might see a 30-minute video on YouTube. It might take them 2 days to do it. That's the 2 days.
And that's just the editing. That's not the recording.
But I tell people, like, no one, like we said, no one cares about the graph they took to get there. It's a case of what they see and stuff. But like going back to obviously like the videos and stuff. When I started doing my comedy sketches in 2016, start 2017, I think it was. I think it's probably 2017. There weren't a lot of Punjabi brands that either that were kind of empowering Punjabis. So when I started doing my skits in 2017. I was like, well, I want to wear some Punjabi clothing in some of my videos. Why do I never see any companies that do that kind of stuff? I try to search companies then where I could actually maybe get some kapde. But I was like, you know what, like, who am I? My page it's a nobody page. Who are you? Like, you might not even succeed. You know, when I've got like 300 followers, who are you? Like, what are you on about? And I was like, we'll give it a whirl, to be fair. So that's when I started doing Punjab's Finest. I started doing kapde and stuff for that. Then. And I kind of took it over the years, took it over time. We did a lot of stuff for the Kisans. We raised about £13,000 for the Kisans and stuff. That was a great time, by the way, as well. Doing the song with like Jas Billan and Thames and Tana and them kind of guys there as well, and J1 and stuff. And I just kind of kept going with that for the Punjabi side of things, because I've always believed in having something for our people and always having high-end Punjabi merch for our people. And then obviously as I kind of phased out of that for my videos and stuff, I was like, well, I still want the brand because I believe in having higher merch for Punjabis. There's no one out there that's kind of empowering Punjabis. I don't really believe in them kind of like typical cliche sentences. Because I keep my brand quite liberal. It's just like Punjab. It's not really like kind of that faith-based. It's just kind of liberal and stuff. And I don't really believe in putting like Kunde on t-shirts. I don't even believe in putting anything that's kind of caste-based and stuff. Because some of the caste t-shirts would be mad. I don't mind putting guns and stuff in like in AKs and stuff, because obviously it's defending and stuff, fine. But it's more a case of a universal brand for Punjabis. So I did that. Obviously when I started doing my street interviews and stuff, I was like, well, I want a Western brand. I want something that's a Western brand, that's a bit more jovial, a bit more fun, a bit more jokey. That's when I started this kind of like this brand. I'm not going to tell you the name because there's a name change right now.
Oh, fair, okay.
So I'm not going to drop the name of it. But if you know what it is, you know what it is, to be fair on it. But I'm changing this now to a different name to be a bit more universal as well.
Nice.
So I believe in having stuff side by side with the content that you create. Because obviously it's another angle as well, and it's about building community as well. So main thing for me is always a case of when I do content, I want to have like an angle, be it Punjabi or English. I want to build a community of people it kind of resonates with. That's always comes down. I think a lot of people don't understand the concept of community. They make content and it's kind of that's it. It's like, what are you building it for? What's the purpose of it? And I've always felt strongly about having communities, be it Punjabi or being kind of the Western world, being a mix of stuff. So that's that, to be fair. So you'll see a lot more of this. and you see a lot more of that. Though. But it always started off the back of what I did with social media, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Cool. All right. Well, last question is then, what are your short-term and long-term goals? So I guess if like in a year's time, where do you want to be, and in like 5 years' time, where would you want to be?
I think 5 years is a push to kind of demand of what I want to be at. I feel that for me, I really want to push more on my YouTube stuff. I want to kind of probably go full throttle on that, do a lot more collabs with people, a lot more networking, doing more content with other people as well. I'm not just sticking just to interview stuff. I want to do a lot more kind of sketches and skits. But a more kind of like universal relationship stuff, dating stuff, guys talking to guys, that kind of stuff. And I feel like really it's always going to work. And just kind of being a bit more savage with it. I feel a lot of people kind of keep it soft, which is fine. But my stuff's not really for like 13, 14-year-old kids. I mean, mine's more kind of like if you're 18 plus.
For adults.
Yeah, come through. So 18 to 35 kind of my market and stuff. So I'd say like for myself, for goals, I really want to grow my YouTube. My focus this year is going to be the YouTube. Off the back of that's going to be my TikTok or my Insta. Get this brand up and running again as well. Push more for that. Obviously keep pushing up and down's finest. And just kind of do more collabs with people as well, like-minded people. And if I get a chance to kind of travel around the world and do interviews at other countries, then so be it. In my experience of doing this so far, most of the world is exactly the same. Everyone's heartbroken around the world. You can be a girl sitting in Leicester, or you can be a girl sitting in that New York. Yeah, bro, both of you are heartbroken.
I'd rather be sat in New York.
Yeah, you're sitting. Bro, it's cold right now. That you wouldn't.
That's true. Unless you're indoors. It's icy as fuck.
But it's all the similar stuff though. But it's just good, nice to meet these people. To be fair, But I feel that the biggest push for me is going to be the YouTube this year. So if there's not much you see on my other socials,
it'll be there.
It's going to be mainly there. To be
nice.
fair. So yeah, man. So that's it.
Nice. Well, I look forward to it because I've subscribed to your channel, but there's
thank you, man.
There's very few videos on there. Obviously, you post some of them that you've posted to your reels, like the bigger ones.
Yeah. So like, I'll usually just have a few snippets from a video upload on YouTube. I try and keep to a few, and then the main content's going to be on YouTube. Obviously, I'm backlogged with so many videos now. I'm not sure when this is going to get launched, but I'm backlogged with bare videos. So if you've not seen any stuff from like America, it's pending. If you've seen a few, you'll see a lot more and stuff. To be fair, though, but yeah, I try to keep to one a week, but yeah, it didn't really happen. To be fair,
it's missions. It's a lot of work, isn't it?
It's getting easier now. I'm at the point now where I've got to either focus on it more or get done quicker or just delegate. I feel like, as you know as well, when you start to delegate work to other people, it's not going to be done your way.
No,
you know,
and that's the risk.
And you get pissed, not at them,
but yourself.
But you're like, it's not what I want it to be, though. But it's not their fault because they don't know your standards.
Do you
know what I mean? But like I was talking to a guy last night, and obviously I'm not sure if you know a guy called Sat. His brother has gone to The Apprentice now, Verdi Mazzari.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, his brother Sat goes to my gym. And he was basically talking about like, you know, you get to a point where you're doing your content and you just think, I don't want to give it to someone else because I'm like, he might do a whack job.
But that's just it,
But he goes, once you've given it to them and now you realize how much free time you have, you think to take it all.
If they're good though, innit?
Yeah.
That's the
he goes, you compromise a little bit. He goes, but just take it now.
Yeah.
He goes, because now I've got so much free time now, just take it now. So I'm at the crossroads there almost, where I'm like, it's either I give it to someone else to edit right now, or crack on with it myself though.
Well, I hope you find a good editor because that's the key. If you get a good guy.
I've got editors.
Oh, cold. I'll find them.
No, but like the people that I've got right now. So obviously I've got my own like social media company. Where we create content for companies. So they're just there for that. They just do the content for business.
For the business.
When it starts doing my work, now it's chopping into the content I need to create for restaurants or gyms or businesses. I'm like, I can't prioritize mine over them. I've got to get them to do that first. So I need to get like an independent person that can just do that though.
Fair.
Because I don't want to get them tangled in my work because they know me just for the business stuff. I don't want to kind of give them the footage for that because it's a madness. What are you trying to edit here?
Which bit do I cut out in it?
Because they're gonna think I'm gonna be too critical about that, and their relationship you don't want to ruin because they're doing the work for the content for everything else.
Especially with business.
It's like just crack on with that. And then I get someone else independent that just does that. And that's that, to be fair. So that's probably what I want to do this year is to give myself a bit more free time to not be seeing the editing because, bro, you know, it just takes time.
Takes fucking the piss, man. I'm desperately trying to find a good editor because the people I have found so far have just been...
Let me know, we'll sort it out.
Yeah, we'll talk after this for sure.
Yeah, for sure, man. So yeah.
But no, I just want to say thank you for your time.
Pleasure, bro.
And obviously
sport.
thank you for even responding, because I just did it off a whim and sent you your message.
We should always happen if we get a chance.
I appreciate it a lot.
I know a lot of people that usually would say no. A lot of people don't want to be mingling with certain people. Think, oh, sanuki, but it's not about that. If someone connects with you, it's for a reason. Either
true.
they're meant to do it, or it's something for your path. So I never necessarily said no to people who are doing bits. If you come up with like about 20 followers, you would have got no.
Yeah, then it's different.
Because I'm like, you're not showing me anything of what you've done. Because I know that you're doing bits. It's like, you know what, the man's on his grind. And the person on his grind as well.
Just trying in it.
But you can always appreciate a person doing his thing. I feel a lot of people feel entitled nowadays as well. They're not done anything at the moment, not shown us anything, like what they've done and stuff, but they want to get that recognition.
They just want you there, innit? Yeah.
It's like, nah, bro, until you do something. I've had people ask me in the podcast before as well, before yourself. I've always said no to them. Because they've not shown me anything. I remember one guy from last year, he's like, yeah, bro, I've got these people coming lined up, I'm going to put you on the 5th one, yada, yada, yada. I was like, all right, bro, well, let me know how it goes and stuff. We'll see where I go on. Bro,
nothing happened,
bro.
And
I just thought, just talk, do it. So thank you for your time as well, man.
No problem. Thank you, man. Thanks.
For sport.
Sweet. That's it. We're done, man. That was cold. Like, comment, subscribe, and whatever your socials are, if you want to plug them. Like,
Jas Billan, JASBILLAN.
Cool.
Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, but mainly YouTube.
Go subscribe to all the YouTubes, wherever the YouTubes is, innit?
You know.